And wiki-alt-right-novelist.com. When I was a youth, an elder of mine who shall remain nameless, and who meant well, but, well, I won't complete that sentence. I'll just let you finish it for yourself after I tell you what he told me to do. This elder of mine instructed me that a good way to get over my shyness and my lack of extroversion, generally speaking, was I should find at least 5 people a day to say hi to. So I just walk down the halls of my school, see somebody, hi, see somebody else, hi, 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 and then I've completed my goal. Hashtag goals, right? Except they didn't have hashtags back then. This was the 80s. No hashtags in the 80s. So that was advice I was given. It was not very good advice. It did not help me particularly. Not that I felt that I needed help in the first place. I was okay with being generally shy and introverted, reserved. That was just who I was. But in any case, without getting too much deeper into that memory, I think that one good thing that comes of being given this bad advice, this well-meant but bad advice, is that it has led me indirectly, many, many years later, to a resolution that I am going to start putting into effect, and that I encourage all of you to start putting into effect. And that is, find a way to say no to a woman at least 5 times, at least 5 times a day. See, the thing is, we live at a time where women generally don't hear the word no. They don't hear that there are things that they cannot do. They ain't trying to hear that, you know, because you go, girl, and she can do whatever she wants, and all that empowerment, and you know, you can't say no to them. How dare you say no to them? Well, try it. Now, I'm not saying, you know, to say no in cases where you obviously have a moral obligation. It's not like, help, I'm drowning, and she really is drowning. Not that she's in a metaphorical situation where she feels like she's drowning and she wants you to rescue her or some crap like that. But, you know, she's actually drowning and she says help. Of course, don't say no in that situation. But in other types of situations, find a way to say no. I mean, it can be easy as, hey, big boy, you want to have sex with me? Nope. Or, you know, hey, excuse me, I'm just hoping that maybe you could help me out. There's a bug over there. It's really gross. Can you kill it for me? No. Hey, do you want to go to lunch today? Nope. So, I'm having some problems with my kid. Can you give me some advice? Nope. I mean, you can have all kinds of fun with it. Again, provided that it's kept within limits. That when you say no, you're not actually saying no to a situation where you're morally compelled to say yes. But that's the thing. We're treated today as if we simply have an obligation, because we are men, to say yes, to be forever at the beck and call of a woman. And that's not something that we should tolerate, is it? Yet it's not the cultural milieu, the cultural zeitgeist, the state of things, is not something that can end just by one of us deciding for it to end. I'm not claiming that my resolution, if you put it into effect, will have that effect. But it's a way of chipping away. Because these ladies, these girls, these broads, they don't know that there are times when they really are overreaching and they really are manipulating. Well, they do know. That's the thing. I think deep down they do know. I'm not one of these people who says it's just female nature and it's just what they're going to do. Anyway, no, I think we live at a time that coddles the worst of female nature. And as I've said before in other videos, I'm not saying that men are better than women. And I'm not saying that we should strip women of everything. That's a bad word to use there. But you know what I'm saying. But we can say no to them. Hey, does this dress make me look fat? Well, in that case, you can just say no. Saying no is the answer you're supposed to give. So you can just say, in that case, I'm not going to answer that. I don't feel it's my place to answer that. I'm just not going to tell you. You're going to have to figure that out for yourself. Just look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, was I fat before I put on this dress? And now that I've got this dress on, has this dress caused me to be fat in a way that I wasn't fat before? That's what you can say instead of no in that circumstance, because in that case, telling them no is telling them yes. Anyway, leave it to your own imagination, leave it to your own creativity. Again, the disclaimer is, don't actually say no in cases where you actually have a moral obligation to prevent someone from serious physical harm or loss of life. It's not like, help, save me from this rapist. No. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But maybe I'm saying, hey, I'm going to this bad part of town because I'm going to be engaged in all kinds of slutty activity, but I don't want to get raped. Can you accompany me there like a gentleman? No. In that case, it would be okay to say no. So just a few ideas. And again, you can adapt it to your own circumstances in your own way. But try to find 5 ways to say no to a woman every day. And if you want, tell me. I know that very few people are watching this, but if you are watching this and if you decide to put this plan into effect, and if you have some interesting stories, then by all means, let me know below. Andy Nowicki, altrightnovelist.com.